Yeah. So yesterday we had ended at the fact that humans need to for awakening and for any sort of satisfaction, humans need to uh, add this knowing and accepting to this process of recognition and response that the rest of existence is already performed. And in order to do that, I mean, we're already humans, even in their delusion state. We are already evidencing our 4.5 activities. And that's all we need actually for recognizing and responding. But we need to kind of really awaken our remaining 5.5. Um, and we can, for satisfaction, we can only do that with knowing and accepting. And then, of course, we've already covered that knowing is to know existence, to know the Jeevan, and to know human contact. And then he was saying that actually all the rest of existence, you can see that they are orderly. But what humans have really struggled to understand and grasp is that the rest of existence is orderly because they are following some laws. They are bound by certain laws. And those laws allow them to get regulated, which allows them to get balanced, find balance. But for humans, we are not bound by those laws. We have the capacity to understand them. And so the difference, this boundary between the rest of existence and human, is that the rest is orderly on its own thanks to these laws, regulation, and balance. Whereas humans need to find orderliness through understanding and acceptance. So that is about where we have paused. And he's saying this is something we can actually observe, study through a historical perspective, but this is where we keep struggling. That's where we have bumped up against sort of barriers to our understanding. Because we confuse this distinction between humans and the rest of creatures.
ये एक बहुत ही मार्मिक बिंदु है। इस पर सभी मेधावियों का ध्यान जाना चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा अनुकंप मैंने एक प्रकार से विनय है। ये इस बिंदु पर और आगे हम सोचते हैं ये 10 क्रियाएं जो होते हैं, जैसा एक बार दोहराते हैं, चयन आस्वादन मन में 2 क्रियाएं निरंतर होता रहता है और वृत्ति में तुलन और विश्लेषण।
On this issue, if we were to move further on it, we'll go back to the 10 activities of the Jeevan. And once again, I'll repeat all of them. The 10 activities that are so tasting and selection that happen in the mind, weighing and analysis that happen in the disposition.
2 क्रियाएं होते रहते हैं और चित्त में चिंतन और चित्रण 2 क्रियाएं होते रहते हैं।
And in the vision, these 2 activities of visualization and contemplation keep acting.
बुद्धि में बोध और संकल्प ये 2 क्रियाएं होते रहते हैं।
In the intellect, comprehension and determination keep acting, functioning.
आत्मा में अनुभव और प्रामाणिकता ये 2 क्रियाएं होते रहते हैं।
And in the soul, there is this experience and evidence that keeps happening.
ये जब कोई भी जागृत होने की बात आती है, अनुभव और प्रामाणिकता मूलक हमारा बोध संकल्प कार्य करना शुरू करता है और उसी के अनुरूप में चिंतन और चित्रण संपादित होना शुरू कर देता है और उसी आधार पर वह तुलन और विश्लेषण हो पाता है, उसी के अनुरूप चयन और आस्वादन होना शुरू करता है।
And when we start talking about awakening, it is basically an experience and evidence rooted, or experience and evidence together make authenticity or pramanikta. Rooted comprehension and determination that happen, or you could say comprehension and resolve, not determination as into like, but to resolve, sankalp. So when there is awakening, we have experience and evidence rooted comprehension and determination in the buddhi, in the intellect. And according to that, according to such comprehension and determination, in our vision, we start contemplating and visualizing. And in accordance with such contemplation and visualization, in our disposition, we start weighing and analyzing. And within our mind, then, our tasting and selection also becomes in line with the weighing and analysis that has happened. So it trickles outward.
So then it flows, everything flows from understanding. Like,
Yeah.
what was the topmost? Anubhav and
Pramanikta. Evidence.
वहां से
Experience and
everything
evidence.
goes down. That impacts all other aspects, all four,
Yeah.
all eight.
Yeah.
कुल मिलाकर के इसमें परिवर्तन क्या हो जाता है? अब हम संवेदनशीलता को वो बहुत सर्वोपरि मूल्यवान मान करके हर विचार, हर योजनाओं को तैयार करते हैं। उसके स्थान पर मूल्य और मूल्यांकन ही आता है, और संवेदनशीलता के साथ साथ भय और प्रलोभन ही जो जुड़ा रहता है वो।
And altogether, what is this transformation that occurs? Right now, we perform all activities based on considering this sensitivity as the highest, as the most supreme. And in place of that, we start considering value and evaluation as supreme. And on the basis of sensitivity, one can only have fear and temptation.
उसके स्थान पर मूल्य और मूल्यांकन ही आता है, और संवेदनशीलता के साथ साथ भय और प्रलोभन ही जो जुड़ा रहता है वो मूल्य और मूल्यांकन के साथ विलय को प्राप्त करता है।
So, in this, when the transformation that occurs is that currently we assume sensitivity to be the supreme thing and the greatest, whereas instead of that, we start seeing this value and evaluation that becomes our greatest, the most supreme. And whereas with sensitivity, there is always this associated fear and temptation. And when values and evaluation take the place of sensitivity, this fear and temptation also falls off, dissolves away.
यही जागृति का व्यवहारिक स्वरूप है।
And this is itself the behavioral form of awakening, the behavioral manifestation of awakening. Like we're freed of fear and temptation and full of value and imagination.
इससे हम व्यवस्था में जीना बन जाता है जागृत होने के बाद। संवेदन
And through this, we become capable of living in orderliness upon awakening.
हम व्यवस्था में जीना बन जाता है जागृत होने के बाद। संवेदनशीलता विधि से हम व्यवस्था में जी नहीं पाते जागृत होने के बाद। संवेदनशीलता विधि से हम व्यवस्था में जी नहीं पाते। संवेदनशीलता
with this way of sensitivity, we are unable to live in order.
का जो इसका क्या कारण है उसको भी शोध किया गया है। उसमें हमने देखा है कि संवेदनशीलता पूर्वक जीने की जो पराकाष्ठा है वो जीव संसार में पूरा हो गया है। यदि
And what is this reason behind not being able to live in orderliness with sensitivity? That has also been explored. And in that, I have found that the greatest extent of sensitivity has already been completed and evidenced within the animal world.
संवेदनशीलता में ही यदि अंतिम मंजिल होती और मनुष्य को होने की जरूरत ही नहीं रहा, नियति में कोई निष्प्रयोजन, कोई स्थिति बनता नहीं.
And if sensitivity itself was the ultimate purpose, then there was no need for humans to emerge. And in destiny, there is no, he's saying niyati. So when he says niyati, it means the progression that is in a particular direction. So that can be termed as destiny. And so destiny has no place for things that have no purpose.
पूरा का पूरा सहअस्तित्व में अथा से इति तक या संपूर्णता तक, संपूर्णता में एक तालमेल, एक सूत्रता, एक संगीत पूर्वक एक व्यवस्था का स्वरूप ही है.
In all of existence, from beginning to end, from completeness to wholeness, there is this. Actually, let me just lost the words.
इति तक या संपूर्णता तक, संपूर्णता में एक तालमेल, एक सूत्रता, एक संगीत पूर्वक एक व्यवस्था का स्वरूप ही है.
From beginning to end, to all of entirety and wholeness, there is this, there exists this harmony, this ek talmel, harmony, it's a concordance, a coherence, and this ek sutrata, talmel.
Coherence only, no? Like
Yeah.
fitting.
Yeah, you're dancing with each other.
Rhythm.
Matching, complementarity and rhythm. And ek sutrata is concordance, like everything is aligned with the same principle. So everything, all of existence, from beginning to end to entirety, all of it is a system of orderliness made up of this sort of harmony and concordance alignment. So there would have been no need for this purposeless being, the human, if sensitivity was all that was, if sensitivity was the ultimate purpose.
हर गति, हर स्थिति, हर अवस्था एक सार्थकता सूत्र से जुड़ा ही है. सार्थकता सूत्र क्या है?
And meaningfulness, he also says Parichay. Everything is meaningful there. So you think every single motion, every single state, everything is associated with each other through this principle of meaningfulness. What is meaningfulness?
है व्यवस्था में होना, व्यवस्था के रूप में ही होना और समग्र व्यवस्था में भागीदारी करना.
What is this meaningfulness? Meaningfulness is being in orderliness, being in order, and participating in the larger order.
ये मूल मुद्दा है. इस मूल मुद्दे के साथ पदार्थावस्था भी जुड़ा है, प्राणावस्था भी जुड़ा है, जीवावस्था भी जुड़ा है. ज्ञानावस्था जुड़ने के लिए भी अपने को शोध और अनुसंधान करना शेष है.
This is the fundamental point. And with this fundamental point, the material order is also is in line. The biological order is also in line. And the animal order is also in line. And this knowledge order, for it to be in line with this fundamental point, it requires some exploration, further inquiry.
जबकि हम मानव
all there is to it.
ये मान के चलते हैं सबसे ज्यादा हम कहीं हो गए हैं और सबके ऊपर राज करेंगे, सबके ऊपर अधिकार करेंगे, प्रकृति पर हम अधिकार करेंगे, शासन.
Whereas humans they tend to tend to now believe that we have reached some great heights above everything else, and we will rule over everything else. We will dominate everything else, and we will have authority over everything else.
सबके ऊपर अधिकार करेंगे, प्रकृति पर हम अधिकार करेंगे, शासन करेंगे। ये सबसे एक्चुअली की बात सुनने में आती रही है।
We will have authority over everything else. We will have authority over nature and rule over it. And this is he says Sheikh Chili ki baat. And I guess Sheikh Chili is some character, but I don't know the story exactly. But what do you know the story of Sheikh Chili?
My brother used to, I think, know what he was doing. Like sometimes he had to wait, and he went out and he kind of got a boat, dived with 3 in the night. He thought it was a boat, and he woke up next morning and saw the Naya. So I'm taking the fear. But he said,
Actually,
do something, but we did not know what it was actually.
well, what a good analogy actually. We do something, we end up doing something else, and
And then later he'll be shocked by it.
get shocked by what we've done. Even though it may seem something great,
Yeah.
caught a lion and died it.
Yeah.
Reach the moon. Yeah. So yeah, Sheikh Chili. He often uses this Sheikh Chili.
That's really lovely.
I think we could find them and be useful.
ये हविसों की बात से जो परिणाम हुआ आपको भी पता है, हमें भी पता है। इसमें आप हम सब विद हैं। तो अब रह गया उसी को लेके चलना है या परिवर्तन चाहते हैं, यही।
Havis. I didn't ever end up searching what Havis was. Basically, our fantasy is that we take pride. You know this word, Havis?
Hummus.
Havis.
You want to hear it again? Then I might.
ये हविसों की बात से जो परिणाम हुआ आपको भी पता है, हमें भी पता है। इसमें आप हम सब विद हैं।
These arrogant delusions, basically.
Okay.
Things that we really hold on to out of our fondness of these delusions, that we're very arrogant about it. These are habits. So because of these habits, the events that have transpired, that is where both you and I and all of us are well acquainted with those.
तो अब रह गया उसी को लेके चलना है या परिवर्तन चाहते हैं, यही दावे की बात है।
Now what remains is, do we want to carry these forward, continue to carry these forward, or do we want some sort of change? That is the point of dawa, he said, dawe ki baat. That is what we must choose to bet on. That is what we must claim. I think dawa is that. Which claim will we make right now? That whether we want to carry these very habits forward, or do we want to change them?
परिवर्तन चाहते हैं तो यह प्रस्ताव एक है, इसको ये आग्रह कुछ भी नहीं है, एक प्रस्ताव है। इसको आप हम सब शोध कर मैंने जांच सकते हैं। यदि इससे हमको राहत मिल सकता है, इसको अपना सकते हैं, सुखी हो सकते।
If change is desired, then this is one proposal. It is not an agrah. It's not an
request.
Yeah, it's not a,
or Agraha is trying to convince,
convince, yeah. It's not some, yeah, persuasion.
Agraha.
Insistence, yeah.
Hmm.
It's not an insistence. So this is one, if change
Hmm.
is desired, then this is one proposal. It is no insistence. That is, it is something that you can all inquire into, that is, you can verify for yourselves.
यदि इससे हमको राहत मिल सकता है, इसको अपना सकते हैं।
And if it leads to some sort of relief, you can adopt it, you can embrace it, and
सुखी हो सकते हैं। उसका इतने ये मेरा दावा यही है, मेरा सत्यापन यही है, मैं इस विधि से सुखी हुआ, यहाँ तक।
yeah, if it provides any sort of relief, you can embrace it, adopt it, be happy with it. I have been happy with it. That is my only claim, that is my only declaration, that with this I have found happiness.
तो मैं कहूँगा ही, मेरे अधिकार है, मैं इस विधि से सुखी हुआ, यहाँ तक तो मैं कहूँगा ही, मेरे अधिकार की बात है ये। इसको, ये मैं सुखी हुआ, मैं समाधानित हुआ, मैं अपने में स्वायत्त हुआ, मैं अपने में मैंने समृद्धि का अनुभव करने योग्य हुआ, ये हमारा सुख का स्रोत बना। इतने
The claim I will make is, the declaration I will make is that through this method I have found happiness. This much I will say. I mean, this is within my own authority. From this I found happiness. I became resolved. I became self-reliant. I became capable of experiencing prosperity.
मैंने समृद्धि का अनुभव करने योग्य हुआ, ये हमारा सुख का स्रोत बना। इतनी ही बात।
And this became the source of my happiness. That is all that I'm saying.
इसी प्रकार से हर व्यक्ति हो सकता है, ये मेरा कुल मिलाकर के परिकल्पना है या प्रस्ताव है।
In this way, every human being can become happy. That is altogether my parikalpana. I want to find a good word.
Parikalpana, is it fairy dream? Like,
no, not a fairy dream. It's kalpana. This is how I imagine. This is my hypothesis.
And what
This
is
is my
pari?
hypothesis. Oh, pari is also like periphery. Kalpana is, I'm not sure exactly the etymology of this word actually.
Like it is
के लिए किसी बात
stronger
की
version
कल्पना
of
करना.
Kalpana.
हाँ?
It's some stronger version of Kalpana only. Parikalpana. It has added pari.
It's like a logical estimation, logical imagination. It is like a hypothesis. So, pari generally means like, perimit, limit, within the limits or the periphery. So I'm guessing that's the etymology somehow. But yeah, it means hypothesis, a logical estimation. So this is in this way, every human being can find happiness. That is my hypothesis or that is my proposal.
इसके आधार पर आगे की बात है।
And on this basis, there is the rest of all that I say. Okay, what's the time? Well, okay, it ended at the right time also.
Perfect.
All right.
Yes.
See you. Well, not see you. But
more JV, like how many more? Like we are on 6th now. How many more are there? Are we halfway or less?
I'm not sure.
Baba did it in one go, or it also was a 7-day thing?
Yeah, it was I think it was 7 or 10-day thing. And this breakdown is
not day wise. I see, hai na? It's minutes.
no, it's section. Like even several, maybe there must have been a lunch break and all that. They've also combined several of those. Fine. 17.
17. We are almost midway, na? If we we finished 5th right now, 6th.
Six.
So we are
We finished
good.
6th. And I think the first two are longer than the other clips. Like the first one, I think was more than an hour long.
The second one is
Oh,
missing,
it's
na?
16. Because the first one was just the intro video. The old time production.
Nice. No, I'm saying in this second one is missing if you see. 11, 12.
Yeah, it is. So then, yeah, you're right. 17.
Like if I'm listening again, then is it connected in third only? Like it's not missing, it's a numbering error, or it is missing something in between?
They haven't added it to the playlist. It does exist. If you type JVA Parichay 02, you'll find it.
Okay.
I've put it in the link also of our videos. There's in the description box, I put the link.
Okay.
So they just missed adding it to the playlist. That's it.
Understood. Understood. I think I will come. Acha, now we are on break, no? Saturday, Sunday.
Oh.
ठीक है.
9, 10,
And
11,
Monday,
12.
I'll try to come, okay? You're doing on Monday at 7, or you want to do in the morning? Let me check the date. Monday is 12th. So anyways, it's going to be difficult for me because we'll have things going on.